Hi all, I am Needoros Thomas, Assistant Professor from Department of Electronics and Communication, Jyoti Engineering College. I am handling the subject Analog Integrated Circuits. Today we are going to discuss first topic from fifth module, that is 555 timer. It is basically a timer IC and the main uses are we can generate time delay as well as oscillations using 555 timer. They can provide a time delay from seconds to hours using a single 555 timer. Main applications of 555 timers are monostable multivibrator, astable multivibrator, triangular as well as ramp wave generator, oscillators, etc. Next we are going to discuss about pin-out diagram of 555 timer. We have 8 pin as well as 14 pin 555 timer. Here we are discussing about 8 pin 555 timer. They are available in two packages, circular as well as dual inline package. We have 8 pins. First pin it is ground, then second pin trigger, third pin output, fourth pin reset, fifth pin control voltage, sixth pin threshold, seventh one discharge and last one it is VCC. Pin number 1, 3 and 8 we can directly say the purpose of these 3 pins. We will be counting ground towards pin number 1. From the pin number 3 we are taking output of 555 timer. We need to provide a supply voltage in the range of 5 volt to 18 volt to pin number 8 of 555 timer. Based on the input we are providing to pin number 2, that is trigger input, we can control the operation of 555 timer. Pin number 2 as well as pin number 6 can be controlled by an external voltage we are providing to pin number 5. If we are not using pin number 5, we will be normally counting a capacitor between pin number 1 and pin number 5. Again 6th pin it is an external input we are providing, and then 7th pin it is discharge and 8th pin it is our supply voltage. Next we are going to discuss internal diagram of 555 timer in detail. For 555 timer we have mainly 4 sections. First section it is a potential divider network. From the circuit you can see we have 3 5 kilo ohm resistors. That is same value resistor is used for making our potential divider network. So if we are using same value resistor, then the voltage drop across these 3 resistors are same. Consider we are providing a voltage VCC, then the voltage drop across each resistor is 1 by 3 VCC. Consider the voltage of this lower resistor. The voltage of this lower resistor it is 1 by 3 VCC. With respect to ground, the voltage drop across this second resistor it is 2 by 3 VCC and last one it is VCC. So here we have two comparators, that is upper comparator and lower comparator. The second section of 555 timer is comparator. So here upper comparator, towards this upper comparator consider the negative terminal of this upper comparator. Here we are connecting negative terminal towards VCC. So the voltage at the negative terminal it is 2 by 3 VCC. Consider the lower comparator, the voltage at the plus terminal it is 1 by 3 VCC. So we will be providing an input to pin number 2 as well as pin number 6. Then the second section it is our control flip-flop. We are using an SR flip-flop, and then the low output, that is Q bar output, is connected towards the output stage. So consider in the output stage we have a power amplifier which is an inverter. If Q bar is equal to 0, then we will be getting a high value as our output. For discharging purpose we have the transistor Q1, and then for resetting this 555 timer we have the transistor Q2. So to provide discharge path we need to provide a connection between pin number 7 as well as ground. That will be discussed later. Next we are going to explain the working of this circuit. Consider we are providing a negative going trigger pulse to pin number 2 as well as pin number 6. Initially the voltage at pin number 2 it is VCC, and the voltage at the plus terminal of lower comparator it is 1 by 3 VCC. So the voltage at the plus terminal is is 1 by 3 VCC and the negative terminal it is VCC. So the voltage at the negative terminal is high in the case of lower comparator. Normally, if the voltage at the plus terminal is high, then the output of the lower comparator it is equal to 1, or it will be providing a very high value as our output. So here voltage at the negative terminal it is VCC and the voltage at the plus terminal it is 1 by 3 VCC. So VCC is greater than 1 by 3 VCC. The output of lower comparator that will be equal to 0. At the same time, consider the case of upper comparator. To pin number 6 also we are providing the same voltage, that is VCC. So the voltage at the plus terminal it is VCC and at the minus terminal it is 2 by 3 VCC. So here the voltage at the plus terminal is high. So the output of upper comparator will be equal to 1, and that voltage we are providing as input R of SR flip-flop. If R is equal to 1 and S is equal to 0, you know Q is equal to 0 and Q bar is equal to 1. That Q bar is provided as input of inverter, which is a power amplifier, which is an inverter. So the output will be equal to 0. Consider the case when the voltage is less than 1 by 3 VCC. So if the voltage is less than 1 by 3 VCC, here consider the lower comparator, it is 1 by 3 VCC and at the negative terminal the voltage is less than 1 by 3 VCC. So the lower comparator value it is high because at the plus terminal we have 1 by 3 VCC and at the negative terminal we have a voltage less than 1 by 3 VCC. So the value of the lower comparator that will be equal to 1. At the same time, consider the case of upper comparator, we have a voltage less than 1 by 3 VCC at the plus terminal. So here at the negative terminal we have 2 by 3 VCC and at the plus terminal we have 1 by 3 VCC. So the output of this upper comparator that will be equal to 0. S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 0. Therefore Q is equal to 1 and Q bar is equal to 0. So all must be familiar about SR flip-flop. If S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 0, the output Q is equal to 1. If S is equal to 0 and R is equal to 1, output Q that will be equal to 0. So here now the value of S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 0. The value Q bar that will be equal to 0 since Q is equal to 1. That value is provided as input of power amplifier inverter equal to 1. So here S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 0. Therefore Q is equal to 1 and Q bar is equal to 0. If Q bar is equal to 0, then we are counting that towards a power amplifier inverter. So the output will be equal to 1. So next we are considering the working of this discharge transistor Q1. Consider Q bar is equal to 0. Q bar is equal to 0 means that voltage we are providing as the input voltage towards the base of transistor Q1. Therefore the transistor Q1 will be off. Consider the next condition. Q bar is equal to 1. If Q bar is equal to 1, we are providing a base voltage to the transistor Q1. Then the transistor Q1 will be on and we can discharge using the discharge path towards ground. So normally we will be connecting a capacitor to provide the discharge path. That's about the working of 555 timer.